friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk empties. I don't feel like I have a ton compared to my normal amount, but enough that I wanted to at least start to go through them. First thing I have is a candle. This is a Yankee Candle 1 wick in the scent Lemon Lavender. Oh, I really like this a lot because it combines both the citrus and the floral together, but it's a really happy blend, I would say. I wouldn't say it's too over the top one way or the other. It's just a really nice mix. So I would totally recommend this. And the burn time on this was a really, really long time, which I thought was great. The next candle I have is kind of a hidden gem. This is from Ashland. It was at Michael's. I don't know if this is a Michael's brand, but they were on sale for $5. And I was just kind of smelling them. This one is in Pear Jasmine. And oh, I thought, like, you know what, for $5, they don't smell that bad. We'll see how they go. This actually burned a really long time. It didn't burn as evenly as my Yankee Candle or as long, but it had a really nice scent throw, and I think for $5, it worked out really well. And this is the same thing. And again, you have fruit mixed with floral. Been really gravitated towards that particular scent recently, not sure why. I also used up a wallflower. This is in the peach scent. I think it's like Market Peach or something. This is like one of my favorite wallflower smells. I like this a lot. We just have that sitting in our kitchen. And then keeping with like the wax candle theme, I have this peach and mango wax cubes. This is from Mainstays, which is the Walmart brand. This, again, was pleasant. I really like this. I will say about the Mainstay wax melts is that they don't last super long. I usually put 2 or 3 cubes in at a time, and it will last me at most a week before I start to feel like the scent is just kind of wearing off, and we need to, you know, put more cubes in or change scents or what have you. But I think for the money you pay, it's not that terrible. Next up, I have a soap. This is the Winter Citrus Wreath Soap. I find that I've been really chewing through my Bath & Body Works soaps lately. I'm literally between when I filmed this and when I finish this and when I'm filming it and whatever I'm trying to say, but I'm already 2/3 of the way through another one of these. I don't know how I'm able to cruise through them so quickly, but I mean, we've really just been trucking away. I have a hair mask. This is the L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Damage Erasing Balm. This has some pretty big claims, one of them being that it repairs up to 1 year of damage in one use. I don't think this is anything super fantastic. It definitely is not a dupe for the macadamia one. That's what kind of made me want to get this, and I had coupons and stuff, but I think if you're somebody who doesn't have super damaged hair and you want to do something to condition your hair, this will be worthwhile. But if you're somebody like me who's straightening their hair 6 or 7 days out of every single week, I don't think that this is going to do a whole lot to combat that, unlike the macadamia one, which I think does do a lot to combat that. So I wouldn't purchase this stuff again. Got a lotion. This is the Sea Island Cotton Triple Moisture Body Cream. This is the last one I used up before switching over to lotions. And I feel pretty good about the progress I made with this. I love this scent. It's such a fresh, clean scent. I really, really like it. And if I've mentioned this in the previous video, but if you like this scent, you might like Rain Kiss Leaves and vice versa. They're very similar in their layers of scent. Have something kind of random. This is my foot scrubber. I go through these about every 6 months. I personally think it's really important to scrub your feet in the shower every single time you're in the shower. I just think it's really good for your feet. It's healthy. So I love using these. And so I'm glad I've used it up. I got another one in the shower right now. I have this Olay Fresh Outlast Cooling White Strawberry and Mint Body Wash. I definitely wouldn't say it's super minty, but boy, does it smell good. It smells so stinking good. I love it. I love the fruity strawberry smell. This is one of those times where I wish I could go out and buy this. I wish I didn't have a ton of stuff on in my hoarding closet, simply because I can't buy it, and I just really enjoyed the smell. So I'm hoping that maybe in the future they'll still have this particular smell so that I can buy it, because I mean, it really is a wonderful smell, especially if you're somebody who likes fruity smells like me. Have this number 4 High Performance Hair Care Shampoo. It's awful. Don't ever buy it. I think it's atrocious. So the biggest problem I have is that it doesn't really lather, and so you feel like you have to use more product, and then I feel like it makes my hair greasy. I really don't like it. I would never buy it. I hate all number 4 products. I'm just going to say that. It's very strong wording, but that's how I feel. Used up this Stella McCarthy Stella perfume. Like, it came with actually like a little swab that you could wipe on your body. I really liked this smell. It's definitely something I'm going to keep on my radar, like maybe if they have it in a roller ball, but this stuff, not cheap, but it smelled really, really nice, so I'm torn about it. I'm getting rid of a makeup brush. This is a Physicians Formula brush that came in some sort of Christmas kit that I bought. The bristles just really are, like, they're kind of abrasive. They're not soft. It doesn't really do much, so I figured, why am I holding on to something I don't like and I'm not going to use? So I thought I would just go ahead and pitch it. I have a mascara. This is the At the Party Long and Perm mascara. This stuff is awful. It has the quirkiest wand I have ever used. And while it does make your lashes quite long, it's just like, it just makes them spidery, and the formula is goopy. I just think this is awful. I tried when I first noticed how goopy it was, I thought, okay, I'll give it like 2 weeks to a month to dry out. That didn't help it. Like, the problem was still a problem. I think it's mostly because of the wand, but this came in a Mimi box of mine, so I don't feel bad that I'm not going to finish it all up because it just was bad. I also have a curling wand. I think this might be the e.l.f. curling wand, or I got it in an Ipsy. I don't know. Either way, it's not very good. It doesn't evenly press down. It's kind of just chintzy, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that as well. I've used up a little mini perfume. This is the Clinique Happy. I recently just picked this up and sprayed it, and I remembered how much I liked it. So I'm glad that I used this up because I have tons of perfume and body sprays. Speaking of body spray, though, I'm very happy to report that I have used up this Pear Glaze Refreshing Body Mist from Victoria's Secret. So thanks to you guys, many of you were telling me to use these up by using them as air fresheners. And at first I thought, well, I don't know if that'll really work in my house, because I know that sometimes even like Febreze isn't always successful at getting rid of smells. I do live with 2 guys, so it can get a little smelly sometimes. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just try it in my car. I will admit, I don't know, like, this had been a third of the way used. I don't know when I acquired this. I don't know how long I've had this, but the smell of it, I really didn't like. It wasn't like it had gone bad smell or it was too old smell. You really were getting the pear and the flower mixed together, but it really just wasn't good. So every time I sprayed it, I was like, okay, just keep spraying it, just keep using it. And I'm really happy to report that I have used this all up. And again, I'm slowly starting to progress through those body mists. I have another one that's a little bit bigger than this, different brand that I'm using right now. And I just feel confident that that will really help me. So I wanted to really thank you guys for that idea, because it really is helping me use the products but not necessarily waste them, that I'm getting them, for a practical use, because my car does get smelly quite often. I live in my car in the sense that I'm in it a ton of times, and I just have tons of stuff in my car, even though I try to clean it often. This is a tangent. Let's move forward. Another makeup product that I have is this Mirabella Perfecting Powder. This is a loose powder. I used this all up. I have to say I got really frustrated when it was down to like the last 5 or 6 uses, because the holes are centered right in the middle of this plastic part, and I was literally having to like coax the product out of here. It was quite the production. So while I like a lid like this, I also dislike it, because the reality is when you get down to like the last few uses of the product, it's really hard to get it out. So that was kind of a fail, but I did like this powder. I don't even know if they still make it, but I do have another one that I got in a mini box that I'm using up before I'll even consider purchasing any setting powders. All right, moving on down the line, I have another mascara. This is the number 7 Exceptional Definition. I talked about this in a favorites video, I think a couple of months ago. This stuff is it's just phenomenal. I like it a lot. I will totally buy more of this once I've made a big dip in mascaras, because I've recently acquired a lot of mascaras, and I have a number of mascaras open, but I have not really used up enough to warrant a purchase of this, but I really did like it. I have a number of samples. I have the Argan Oil from Morocco conditioner and shampoo. I had 2 of each of them. This was a decent shampoo and conditioner, nothing super noteworthy that makes me want to go and purchase them, but I did enjoy them while I had them. used up a Glam Glow. I actually only have like 6 more of these, and I'm torn about if I'm going to still use them or not afterwards. For now, I'm really enjoying them, but I'm just not sure. I think maybe my skin is changing or my under eye circles aren't as dark as they used to be. I don't really know, but I'll be curious to see how I feel when I'm done the actual box of this. I have 2 of the Redken Extreme Length Sealer Split End Treatment for Distressed Hair. It's hard for me to assess how successful this was because I recently had my hair trimmed, and he did a really healthy trim because my ends were pretty dead. So I would be curious to see if over time, like I'd say about 6 or 7 weeks after a haircut, I start to notice the damaged ends of my hair. And I don't know why I didn't think of that. I should have thought to save this for that time because I would be curious to see how effective it was. I've never seen a product specifically geared towards split end as a treatment. So I don't know, I might maybe purchase this or maybe get another sample of it to see if it would be effective because I didn't necessarily hate it. Used up 2 bath bombs for my Fortune Cookie soap. They were both good, but one of them had flower bits in them, like flower petals, and I could do without that because they were big enough that they didn't actually go down the drain, so I had to kind of pick them out, and that wasn't fun, so I wouldn't necessarily want a kind of bath bomb like that again. I have 2 of these little mini, I'm throwing them, these mini e.l.f. eyeliner pencils. I tested this on my hand and I was like, oh, it doesn't look so bad, like it looks nice. Well, trying to put it on my eyelid was a different story. It tugged, it didn't seem to want to go on my eyelid, and so I figured, you know what, it's just not worth it, me trying to fight the fight with my eyelids. I don't even really like pencil eyeliner in general, so I'm just going to go ahead and pitch these. Along the same lines, I have this Sumida Beauty. This is a Summa Contrast Eye Pencil. I've used almost half of this, I think, and I was really forcing myself to use it. I've tried setting it. I've tried whatever I think is possible, and this still runs. This is not a good eyeliner. I really don't like it. This reminds me of, I think they're oil crayons. They used to come in art kits. They were the ones that were really like super creamy and you could smudge them and stuff, and that was all great. This is really like that in texture, and so I think like if you look at this, it just like, it'll smear, it will run. It's just not a look I want, and so I'm just going to go ahead and pitch it. Because again, I got it in a sample box. I'm not heartbroken about it. The last thing I have are these Equate Makeup Remover Towelettes, just a little trial pack of 10. I went home like a month ago, and I literally packed my entire toiletry bag and then left it in my bathroom in Boston. So I got up to Maine and I was like, oh no, I was so upset with myself because I had to then go out and purchase a bunch of things that frankly I don't need and didn't want to have to purchase. This was one of them, but I will say that this surprisingly was a good discovery. These are really good makeup remover wipes. They do the job just as well as any of the other brands, and they're really cheap. So I would totally purchase these again in the future if I was in a pinch or was looking for cheaper makeup wipes. I can coupon wipes really easily, so I don't necessarily have to worry about the price tag, but these are decent, so don't necessarily shy away from them just because they're the Walmart brand, because it kind of was a little hidden gem in there. So I guess small blessings if you want to look at it that way. But that's it for me, guys. Like I said, not a ton of progress considering other empties that I've done, but I feel like I'm really working on some sizable types of products, so it's going to slow down the progress or slow down the amount of things that I'm going through. But I'd love to hear from you guys to see what your progress is, to see how you're kind of chucking along here and what you've been using up, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.